Hey, what's going on, guys? It's EJ here, Breathing Fantasy Football, literally. And we're going to be doing part 2 of week 1. We're going to look at some lineups in the Millie Maker. We're just going to be chilling on the stream here. I'm going to be playing some chilled out music. None of this is serious. If you are watching for a little bit and you're like, EJ, you're not my speed, I'm out. Hey, I don't care, man. It's all good. A lot of good fun. I'm going to have a few guests come on, a couple good friends of mine that I met over last year. Pete may jump on a little bit, and we're just going to talk week 1. I kind of don't play it safe. So if you see my thing, we do not play it safe. So I'm going to be setting a lot of lineups that are like deep sleepers with some chalk play. I do a lot of correlation. I'm just chilling, man. None of this is serious. I don't know what you guys are looking for if you're on the stream looking for help. I looked around and I was watching Osimo. I was watching Al for a little bit. And I was like, man, I don't know how people watch those guys. Those guys, it looks like they want to tell you the plays that are what everyone else wants to hear. I want to dig deep and try and find stuff that kind of doesn't make sense. Almost to the sense of why in the heck would I ever submit that as a lineup? You're just burning money, EJ. So that's what I like to do, man. I just like to take my money and just light it on fire on the stream. Nah, not essentially, but hey, I've learned over my 5 years of doing these lineups and second year doing the channel, you can't play it safe, man, especially if you're playing these deep tournaments. I'm a fire, I think maybe 40 lineups in the $1 million, $5 entry. It's like 1.1 million entries. I don't expect to get nowhere near a top cash, but you never know, man. I had a few lineups break 250 before. So you just never know what can happen. So that's why I love doing these streams. That's why I like just having fun. We all have our own different perspectives, and I like to be mindful of the way I play. I don't like to take it serious. I don't want to ever see this as a serious thing. So, hey, that's me, man. Welcome to Breathing Fantasy Football, literally, where we breathe in the players we like, deep inhale, and we breathe out the players we don't like. That's it. That's just it, man. There ain't nothing else to it. I'm telling you. We're just having some fun here on the stream. And you should too. Write a comment. Tell me your plays that you like for week 1. Tell me anything that I may not talk about. I'm just going to go through. I'm no expert. I don't study this every day. I got a full-time job. I got a wife. I got life. I'm just hanging out at night here, just jumping on, because I don't see anybody else really doing this. If you could tell me someone else that does live streams, that does a really good job, hey, I'll go just watch them, man. I'm just on here because I don't know anybody else that does these. I haven't seen anybody do a live stream that just sets a lineup and has people come on and be like, yo, let's just build a network like that. Osmo does it differently. Those guys, they like to get paid. I don't ever want to get paid. And I know you're probably like, EJ, stop now. I don't want to hear that crap. You don't want to get paid. That's not who I am, man. You guys just don't know me then. And maybe you'll get to know me if you want to stick around. I don't care about sponsoring. I don't even want to set up a Patreon. I don't even know what that is. I finally learned what Discord was. I'm not all into that, man. I kind of want to stream. It'd be cool to build a YouTube channel because I have practice in doing my yoga videos. I got my other channel, Your Yoga Guy. I'm Your Yoga Guy. So I teach yoga, and I tried to blend the two together, Breathing Fantasy Football, literally. I think you get the point. So that's what we're doing here, man. We're going to set a few lineups. I'm going to show it up on the screen right about here. There we go, just like that. But I'm going to put myself back on. I just like talking, man. And I think that's what people like as well. If you want a sincere guy, you want someone that's not going to BS you, and you want an amateur, I'm your dude. I'm your amateur. I'm your not serious, but I will give you what I think makes sense and what doesn't make sense. I understand the purpose of what deep GPP means. You're trying to get 4x on all your spots pretty much, man. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get a 200-point lineup or higher in these deep GPP tournaments. So we're basically looking for the nuts. The nuts. If you know poker, We're looking for the nuts in each spot. Nuts in the quarterback. We're trying to find that 30, 40 point top 3 play in the quarterback. Trying to find that running back that's a stud that catches 6, 7 balls or receiving a running touchdown. We're trying to find that receiver that gets 10 catches, 150 yards. Yeah, that's all we're looking for on this. We're going to try and set as many lineups as we can to find that. We're just going to have some fun doing it. That's what we're doing, man. Yeah. So let's jump right into an intro. All right, that's cool, man. So, you know what? I think I said it best. This is the amateur fantasy football channel, and I'm very, 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 very comfortable with that. I am, man. So let's look at a lineup here. Let's set a brand new lineup. Hey, what's up, Chris, man? Hey, I know you're on we're just hanging out with our buddy Amrit, Grim Genie. You know what? I may put him up when I take a break. I'm gonna put him up in the background. So we're gonna talk a little bit, and then we'll probably take a break about 30 minutes or so, or whatever, man. Sometimes I get people jump on. I just end up talking for like 2 hours, and I don't even take a break. I gotta like piss so bad. Yeah, this is a non-filter channel. I'm not gonna curse too much, but man, it was feeling weird when I was doing it on my yoga channel because I know the yoga vibe that comes with people practicing yoga, and it's like EJ, you're talking fantasy football with gambling, and you're doing yoga. I don't know, man. I think you can do both pretty good, but you need to split them up, man. So I did that this year. We got our own channel. We're just gonna have some fun with it, man. I'm gonna set a lineup that's my goal. I'm gonna get a 250 point lineup in Draftkings. I'm telling you, we're gonna get that. We're gonna get one of these lineups because that's what happens to people that get these. Unless you get so lucky and you just enter one lineup in the. I'm telling you, there might be a guy that is a single entry lineup in that $5 milli maker, and that dude's gonna probably take a top 5 or top 10 place out of 1.1 million entries in that tournament. That's the biggest field I've ever seen on DraftKings. So what's going on, guys? Let's see. Let's look here. I'm trying to multitask. I like to look at the chat, and then I look at this screen that I got. I'm an amateur, man. I can't do too much, you know. And if the volume's ever too loud, let me know. I like to just have a nice, calm, peaceful. Hey, what's up, man? All right, so here it is. I want to show what we're doing. I'm talking about this $5 milli tournament. This is a lottery ticket, and I accept that, and I understand that. The guy that whoever, male, female, wins this, it's like hitting the lottery, but you're kind of studying your balls a little bit. If that makes sense. You're like knowing a little bit of who may do good, and then you put it in a lineup, and that's just how it works. So welcome to the 5 million Fantasy Football Millionaire. Enter now for your shot at 1 million top prize. This contest is part of DraftKings Championship Series. Yada 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 yada. So if you win, you get a tournament, a champion. Fuck that, man. Oh man, you know your balls? I know my balls too, man. I know them from the left and from the right. I know 1 and 2. Those are the balls that I always play, man. Okay, I think I'm done. No, but on a side note, Keith, I do play the lottery a little bit. I have a system, I have a budget, and I do that aside too. I feel like the more lottery things you play, you're gonna hit one day. As long as you're still breathing, that's just what's gonna happen, man. Everyone hits one of these. I knew a guy that I worked with that played poker, and he hit a $2 million scratch-off ticket 5 months ago. Even Chris probably heard about it at the poker room. Yeah, so you never know what can happen, man. You can get lucky one day and be financially free for a while. I would love to be financial. That's why I'm trying to have everyone come hang out here, man. Let's try and set a badass lineup. And let me know if you set a lineup that just totally goes bananas and you maybe make 5, 10K. I don't know, whatever it is. Yeah, you can't win if you don't play. You're exactly correct. Hey, Keith, man, thank you for jumping on, bud. How's your little girl doing? I know we can keep it a little private, but man, I think about you from time to time. I'd love to see you sometime this year. I think you're. I'm not sure where you're at. Did you move back to Brevard? Oh yeah, I saw some of your posts, man. You're getting jacked. You're getting jacked, man. I'm loving that you're finding that inspiration to work out to the sense that you're enjoying it. You don't see it as, I don't know how you see it, but if I had to take a guess, you see it as a challenge, but you don't see it as a drag. Like, oh, I gotta wake up, I gotta go work out. It's like I gotta go do it. Like, if it triggers in your mind that you're feeling that way, you're gonna struggle trying to go through with those goals and those challenges. If you look at it as like, man, this is cool, man. I'm seeing the gains. I'm feeling good. I've got a little bit more energy. I feel happier, and I like doing what I'm doing. That's why we get into that path of doing what we end up doing that we enjoy. I enjoy the heck out of these streams, man. These streams are a lot of fun. I don't have expectations with it. I just want to meet people that enjoy streaming. Enjoy doing fantasy football. Yeah, I guess enjoy streaming. I have a few guys that never been on a stream before, and they're like, "Hey, man, you want to jump on and just talk? Just be yourself." And they're like, "Sure." So I got a couple guys that they're loving it now. They love jumping on, talking, and we all know that we're just hanging, man. We're just chilling. Get it right. Got to live so I can be strong for my daughter. Yeah. Hey, man. It's always a good passion that you find, and you continue to be the best at it. And that is all that your daughter could ask for. Really is. If you could be a great role model as she grows up, that applies to anybody watching the stream. And a lot of people may be like, EJ, I don't want no preaching. I don't need that. But sometimes we need to take a step back and just look at our lives and appreciate what we have, because we may not wake up tomorrow. We may not know what can happen. I don't need to go down that rabbit hole, but that's just what it is, man. And once it's too late, we start regretting. And that's just going to happen. Just going to happen. It's all part of life. So let's look at here. Let's look at this $5 entry into this fat ass tournament, man. 1.1 entries. This is nuts. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Whew. Yeah, there we go. 1.1. So there's 169 already filled out. Whew. Man, some of these guys got to go back through their entries. If you were already filling them out, I'm sure people are gonna go back and edit some of the players that may have got hurt, because they set this up like a month ago. They opened this up, so this is like right when first week of preseason started. So people probably set lineups with J.K. Dobbins, and maybe they won't have the opportunity to go back and edit. So that's going to be a big fat zero. Things like that. I don't think of that often, but I'm only going to think of it for week one. So let's see here, man. This is what I like to finish. I like to find a top 1%. So we're going to look at 1%. Yeah, that's going to be like in the top 100. And a $1.1 million. If I get 100, if I can get $1,000, if I can get one lineup to get me 100th place, that's a big win. It's a huge win. And that would be cool if we could find that. So I think I'm going to set like 40 lineups. They're only so $200 worth. It's nothing crazy. It's a nice little welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to week one. Welcome back to DFS. I don't play any other DFS, so I'm not like the guy that you may are looking for that knows how to break down. For those that follow this later on, once it's not live anymore and you find me on YouTube, hey, give me a chance, man. I'm an amateur DFS lineup setter, whatever that means. I feel like DFS is the crack version of playing fantasy football. It totally is. You can't get enough if so you got to keep trying to set new lineups. Man, I want Josh Allen every week, and sometimes you can't get him. You got to get Patrick Mahomes. All right, but that's what I see. I used to play league fantasy so long, and it's great playing league fantasy with your friends, man. But what I see with it is that DFS is just a whole nother animal. And it's just crazy to see that you can really make some serious money. You can have some fun. Give me a top score. We're going to have some fun on the stream. If I had like 10K to just drop in tournaments and just have some fun, do some giveaways. I'll give away some cash on the channel. But we got to hit a lineup, man. So until we get that deep score, we'll just be grinding it out, having some fun. I don't have expectations. It would be cool to make a profit this year. Cassie will be all right. But if I don't, but either way, I'm just here to have fun, man. I got a budget, and that's how you should play anything that you're gambling. This is a gamble. All these things that we're doing, they're all gambling. So know where you're at and enjoy your time. So let's see here. Let's look at this lineup. We're already 17 minutes in. We haven't even touched the lineup. But that's what this is, man. I'm not in a rush to just set these lineups here. All right, let's go back. Let me find it. Where were we at here? All right, let's zoom out a little bit. All right, for those that are new or haven't set up a lineup in a while, I'm going to put a timeline to skip right up until now. Oh, right, we are starting. We're going to look at this, and we're going to go through the quarterbacks, see what we can find that is of value. We're looking for our ultimate goal is to find a 4X guy. You can find a 4X guy that's saying Patrick Mahomes gets 32 points. So he's 8,100. So we're trying to get, can Patrick Mahomes get us at least 32 points? And you want to know what 32 points is? Well, you can kind of just run through the numbers here. It's like 3 touchdowns, 300 yards. He can run a little bit. That's not going to matter too much. It's basically 3 touchdowns, 300 yards around there. And Mahomes runs. So you're going to get 4 or 5 points out of him with running. We all know that. So let's look at one of his 30-point games. This is just an example. I'm going to have Mahomes in a few lineups, and about 400,000 other entries in this tournament are going to have Mahomes as well. He's going to be 20, 30% on. Even week one. EJ, you have no idea what you're talking about. He's not going to be that high on. Maybe not. It is a big slate, but at least 10-15%. I don't need to have them in that many. But wait, let's go back here. I wanted to show what a 4X looks like. We can just look at it right here. So he was 8,100 in week 8, and he scored 39 points. So he had 5 touchdowns and 400 yards. That's like the nuts right there for the week. I mean, that's a 5X. You get a 5X, that's huge. He had one where he scored 43 points. That's another 5.5X. 4 touchdowns, almost 400 yards, running touchdown. So he had 5 touchdowns total. Yeah, that's huge, man. So that's what we're looking for. We're trying to look for, is Mahomes going to get us that in week 1 against the Browns? That's just what you're looking for. So Murray, you can go down the line here. Allen. So we're looking at 28 points by Wilson. That's like the ceiling. I would love to see those ceilings. That's what we're looking for. I feel like this. I don't know if this is what people talk about with 3x, 4x, trying to get your multiplier value on the salary. I don't. I'm sure people talk about it and break it down. It's just the way I understand it when I put them in my lineup. So let's see. So as you go deeper down here, you can find guys like Zach Wilson. We know he's starting. So he's 5K. 4X on 5K is 20 points. That's pretty reasonable. So his ceiling's 20 points, 2 touchdowns, 250 yards, maybe a little running, 20 points. That's almost there. I like it, but I don't think 20 points is that great for a quarterback. So I don't know. I don't know if I would go there for him. I have put him in a few. But the value, I think the best value play you can get this week is Mac Jones. Since now we know he's a starting quarterback going against the Dolphins. Dude, this guy, if he gets you 3 touchdowns, whatever else he does, if he throws even 1 or 2 interceptions, if he gets you 3 touchdowns and like almost 300 yards, that's huge, man. That would be in the mid 20 points. You're going to get 6x out of him. That would be nuts if he got that. That's huge. So they could open up some other cap room for the rest of your lineup. So let's see here. I want to build a Mac Jones lineup to show you what I really like here. So let's look at the running backs. Go back up to the top. So that applies with the running backs too. With McCaffrey, he's 10K. So we want a 4X. Can we get a ceiling out of McCaffrey? 40 points. That's what this says. So that's more than not likely going to happen week 1. He's probably, I think his ceiling is like 25, 28 points. So do you want to spend $9,500 and get 28 points out of him? Maybe you do want to spend that, because what if nobody else really gets that high? What if he is the top scoring running back at 31 points or 28 points? If you have the nut play, that could really help you out. It's going to help you if you had the top play of the week or near the top. So there's pros and cons to each way you look at it here. And that's what we're doing. We're just breaking this down. We're just breathing fantasy football. We're just having some fun, man. We're not on any timeline. I'm just hanging out here chilling. I'll talk to anybody that wants to jump on. I'll send you a link. We can talk. Keith, hey, if you want to talk, man, I'll drop you a link. You're more welcome to come on and just say, hey, what's up, man? We got to watch a Packer game this year. I know you're thinking about going to that Jags game. I won't be going at all. Going to do something pretty fun next weekend. Got some friends in town doing a little wedding, camping event. So looking forward to that. I'm going to miss week 1, guys. I'm going to do a live stream probably Thursday or Friday, and then I'm gone for the weekend. You're not going to see me maybe Sunday night. Next week, that's the following week when week 1 starts. Because I got a life too, man. I'm not trying to I'm putting a lot of work in the channel, but I'm going to miss a few weeks. That's just how I like to run the stream. I want you to be in support of me, knowing that EJ's just chilling, talking about fantasy football. That's just what we're doing. We're just chilling, man. We're not taking it serious here. I don't care if I never get a lineup. It'd be cool if I did, but if it never happens, I'm having a blast just having the ability to see Mac Jones in my lineup and talking to you guys. This is what's fun. This is why I like doing this. And I see that. And the fact that I see that means I enjoy it. And I'm just talking out loud about it because it makes me happy. And I want you guys to be happy. with whatever you do. If you're hanging out with me, if you're watching me later in the morning because you had a badass Friday night, hanging with some friends, 6 feet away from each other, of course. And the more comfortable I get on the stream, the more I'll be myself, man. This is me. This is who I am. This is how I am to my wife. We have a lot of fun time. We just hang out and chill, man. And we do a lot of things. I don't want to give away all of she's probably like, EJ, zip it. So I'll zip it. So I love Mac Jones here. You get 4,400. Man, this is tremendous value. This guy, he's got to get you 20 points. He's going to make us stay. The pressure's all off his shoulder. I don't like the Patriots. I had a guy on my stream yesterday, and I love that he came on. And he pretty much, I could tell he's a Patriots fan. He's like, oh, you got to put Damian Harris in your lineup. That's a great play. I like Jacoby Myers and Pat's defense. That's a great. Hey, man, I love it. I love homer plays. You can come on anytime and tell me all these plays each week. We'll look and evaluate them. I don't know what I think of Damian Harris for week 1. He's 5,200. We could go down here and look at him a little bit. I just don't know what to expect. I remember that one year Bill Belichick gave Sony Gray like 20 touchdowns and he got 20 touches and he got 4 touchdowns. Like nobody saw that coming. That was a crazy play. That was like what 3-4 years ago. But we don't know. What if Harris is supposed to be the starting running back, but they put Stevenson in and he gets 10 touches right off the rip for 80 yards and a touchdown? Is that great play getting how do you say his name? Ramondre Stevenson. I'm not going to put him in this lineup. I don't want to put a super stack of Patriots, but I like this play. I like playing this guy this week. This is week 1. You really don't know the direction that some of these teams are going. You think they're going to go a certain way. You think Damian Harris is a starting running back. Is he? Yeah, that's what all professional, expert, other fantasy talk shows on TV, on YouTube, they're all saying that this is what this direction is because Ian Rappaport says that this is the direction they're going. So we're all going to believe that it's Damian Harris. We're all going to believe what we see until we see these guys play week 1 and then we see Stevenson get more touches than Damian Harris. You just don't know. You're not supposed to know. You think these guys, Bill Belichick, why do you think he always changes it up, man? They don't know, but they're experts at trying to predict that they know. That's the way I see it. I'm no expert, but I definitely understand that. I understand that theory. So let's see here. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy at all. I'm not a fan of Jonathan Taylor. I wasn't a fan of him last year. I'm just not a fan of the situation, man. How can he be the lead back in a backfield that they say they like all 4? Did they keep 4 running backs this season? I don't know. I know they like Marlon Mack, and I know they like Nyheim Hines, and I even like that one guy. What was his name? Jordan Wilkins? See right there, I know 4 of the Colts running backs, and I wasn't even reading them. So that's how you know EJ knows a little bit, but he doesn't study this shit every day. All right, let's go back here. Where the F are they? All right, look at these 4 running backs. I mean, this applies to every week. I don't think I can start Jonathan Taylor almost at all. I don't like him at all. I don't, man. I know he had a huge game against the Jags, and he had a big game against the Raiders. Those are his 2 big breakout games. He did good in week 2. Everyone's thinking that this is what you're going to get, these Derrick Henry numbers, 253 against the Jags, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, that was an amazing game. But Mac's back. Isn't he healthy? Rushed 4 times, 12 yards. Yeah, he's playing. He played preseason. They're still going to take it easy on him, but this guy's going to see the field. It's all going to reduce the amount of snaps that Taylor ends up getting. So what is he going to get snap share? If all 4, are they even going to get Will? Did he make the roster? Yeah, he made the roster. So they're going with 4 running backs. This dude may not see any snaps on offense this week or week 1, but he could. That's why I don't trust Taylor. You're talking about 4 running backs that see the offense. Tell me I'm wrong. If you see this later on, tell me EJ, you were totally wrong about Jonathan Taylor. He is the bell cow or whatever you call it. He's the dude that totes the rock all 3 downs. He's the guy that's going to see 30 touches or 20 touches at least. I don't see Taylor getting 20 touches, man. They don't need to break their prime running back. Should he probably be like a big part of the team? Yeah. But I still think this year they're going to get their value out of Mack and Hines and Wilkins. They got that 4-headed committee. They're going to keep Taylor fresh. That's just what I think. Just how I see it. I don't trust Taylor week 1. I don't trust him at all this season unless there's an injury to one of those 3 or 2 of those guys. At least one of those guys. Yada, yada, yada. Hey, who's this that came on? Claude XM Dam. So he came on. Hey, are you here, man? Are you watching? I appreciate the support if you are. I always stroll in a little bit late. If it says 10:15, I'll be here 10:22. That's just how I am, man. So we're not going Jonathan Taylor. I wish there was a way that I could just X him because I'm not playing him in any lineups. I could be completely wrong. Taylor could get 25 points. Very possible. Very possible. Hey, what's up, Ozzy? What's up, my man? How you doing, brother? How are you guys doing up there with the storm that just came through? I see a lot of crazy stuff, man. I don't like talking news, but my heart goes out to the people that weren't supposed to be prepared for these types of floods. So it really sucks. I really hope they get a lot of help and they're able to overcome and rebuild and just start back. I had to take a moment there and sometimes I stop and think because these streams, to me, they're not that important, man. I like just being alive and being able to hang out and meet people. This is a way we can meet people talking fantasy football. I don't know of another way that is easier to meet people talking fantasy football. I can't just walk into a bar and be like, hey, man, you play fantasy football? Yeah, man. And it's just a weird conversation. But I love talking to anybody talking fantasy football. You can talk about league stuff. We can look at plays. Ozzy, what are you doing this year with your fantasy football? Are you playing leagues? Are you going to set a couple small entries in DFS on Draftkings? Did you do a few of those last year? I know you said you do some small ones. So let's see here. I got to find a running back. We're now 35 minutes in the stream, and all I have is a quarterback. You know what? Let's go to the receiver. Let's skip the running back. We looked at some of that. I feel like for these, if I'm gonna go cheap on a quarterback, I gotta get a top receiver. You can't go wrong with Adams. The only way Adams don't get his is if Rodgers gets it to everybody else. So if Adams Adams could still get 10 catches over 100 yards, and that's fine with me. I love a ceiling of 34 points, which would be a 4x from Adams. It'd be great to have him in if if he doesn't get you 25 points, that will hurt. But because you can find guys that are like 5K, 4K that are going to get you 30 points week one. It's going to happen. They're going to be there. We're going to try and find those guys that are 3 or 4K that are going to get us 8x, like 30 points. You can get 8x out of your receivers. That's just bingo. It's like you just hear that you hit the jackpot on a slot machine if you're getting 8x on your receivers, at least from a 3K, a 4K guy. That's what's amazing. You got, if you can find it, we'll look for it. But if I'm gonna go Mac Jones here, that means I want to do at least one combo. I'm not gonna go crazy with this one and do two. I'm just gonna do like Myers. Myers is real cheap. This guy had a great preseason. He was looking good last year. He did well with Cam. He had a good end of the season. He's looking like the number one receiver on that team. I like him week one. I think this probably is a popular stack right here. Ooh, where were we? There he is. Let's plug him in there. Oh, yeah, you do DFS only, Ozzy? I remember now, GPP. Hey, I'm with you too, man. What are you going to do? Are you going to enter any in this tourney here, the fantasy, the 5 mil, the 1 million the first, the lottery ticket, you have to have the straight up nuts in each spot? Like, what are we going to see here? We've never seen a 1.1, or it's basically 1.2. It's basically 1.2 million entries. Is it going to fill up? Are we going to have, what do they call that in poker? Overlay? Or I forget what it's called, where they don't fill up. So that actually helps the players. So are we going to get 1.2 million entries in this tournament filled up? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to happen. That's just crazy. I think DraftKings is going to lose on this first tournament. I don't see them getting 1.2 million. I don't see it filling up. But what's crazy is, yeah, free money. Yeah, that's what it'll be. It'll be free money. That's my prediction, man. This is not going to fill up. Tell me what you think. But are you going to put any in this one, Ozzy? Because this is what we're looking for. We're looking to find dudes that will get us that. I want at least 200 points out of this lineup. So I'm taking it serious and trying to create a lineup for you guys that will try and get us 200 points out of this makes no sense. What are you doing, EJ lineup? So let's go back up. Can we plug in another receiver before I go running back? I want to see how I can look at that. Where can I find a guy in the 7K range? I could go Adams here. I even like Marquez Valdez-Scantling with Cobb in there. He could be a matchup. You like Lockett, Keith? Oh man, I like Lockett for like one game. I don't know what game that is, but he had like 2 good games last year, and they were like 40 points and 50 points. It's like he like launched out of Kennedy Space Center. He was a huge rocket those weeks, man. Nobody touched Lockett. He scored like 50 points one week. That was just nuts. For it to overlay, it needs to get to 1. Oh, that's crazy. How do you know that math, man? Does it say it? If it says it somewhere, that's kind of cool. Keith, do you think Russ is going to blow it up week 1? Really, man? Dude, Russ he wasn't looking good to end the season. His numbers were pretty weak. Look at this. Russell Wilson last year, 18, 19, 13. I just remember this. I had him in a few. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, What the hell's wrong with you, Russ? You ain't cooking no more. You cooking with some old ass grease. He didn't really have in the beginning. He had some big games. So is he falling off, or do we got to be careful of him? You're saying Russ is gonna blow up this week. If that's what you're saying, Russell Wilson. I don't know, man. I love us having this debate where we could talk about it. If you want to jump on, you're more welcome. I would love to see Russ still do well because he's been a great quarterback. I respect him. I don't like the Seahawks. The Fail Mary was effing BS. Dude, Keith, were we to get, dude, Keith, we were there together in Merritt Island when we saw the Fail Mary. I remember that because we were at that, I forgot what it was called, sports, I don't remember, bar, pub, Dog and Bones, I don't know. We were at that game. I'm just going off on a tangent here. Sorry, guys. Dogs, that's what it was. Yeah, we were so pissed that the backup ref said it was a touchdown when it clearly wasn't. Seattle pass game was cooking in the beginning of the season, and then Pete screwed it up. Yeah, you're exactly right, man. Pete, he must have been chewing on some bad bubble gum the second half of this. What does he chew on? Like, why does his jaw go so fast? Like, that dude looks crazy, man. All right, so let's see here. I wanted to go back to another receiver. I'm not feeling no Russell Wilson. He could have a first good week, but man, I don't know. I think DK Metcalf's going to make a huge leap. Like, he could be like, he should be a top 5. Metcalf's going to make a case to be first round drafted next year in leagues. I think he's going to have a huge year. That's if Russell Wilson's not slowing down. So you know what I'll do here? I'll put Metcalf in a lineup. I'll put him in here. I like Metcalf. I'm huge on him. He could come in here, and I'm totally going against what Keith was wanting. He's like, "What are you doing?" Yeah, I was saying Lockett and Russ, and I'm putting Metcalf in. Is that a bad thing? Is Xavier Rhodes, was he good last year? I think I heard the name before. I know you guys, I love it that y'all do this because we'll be like Adams and you'll be like, but guess who's guarding Adams? And then it'll be like Hill, what's his name guarding Hill? So I get it, but don't these guys like just line up on all different spots of the field? I don't know. Yeah. I'm with it. Rhodes had a nice season. So what are we? So what are you thinking? You don't like Metcalf for week 1, but we do like a Seattle receiver. Do we like a Seattle receiver? Is that what we're saying? This line is for you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna enter it in and we're gonna have fun, but we could just build it together, man. We can build a lineup. And weren't the Colts? Didn't they have a good defense last year? Their first game, they don't. If I had to go back on based on the way the season ended, I would think that the Seahawks would struggle to start the week for week 1. Wasn't there like some misunderstanding with Russell Wilson maybe not happy in Seattle? What all did they do to help that team out this year? Did the running backs are the same, the receivers, they're the same too. They drafted one receiver. I know my boy Jake was talking about this guy a lot. Was he good in college? I have no idea. I don't think this would be like if Metcalf got hurt and then he just stepped into a huge role week 1 and just blew it up. Nobody's putting this dude on a lineup. I'll just put him in just so that he can see what it feels like to be in a starting lineup. but he's not going to stay there, man. He's just hanging out. We're just going to see what he looks like just to have him in there. I want a 3K receiver. I love having a 3K receiver in my lineup. If I went cheap receivers like this, I can get like 2 just stud running backs, and then I'm pretty safe. Sometimes you can get a running back, and it's not that good. Some quarterback shadow. Yeah, I hear it all the time. I love to have my buddy Pete come in here. He's my football analyst. He's the one that really knows. But he's not mine at all. I shouldn't say that. He's just a friend that jumps on. He's got his own channel. Pete, if you ever jump on tonight, I'd love to have you, man. Let's see if he texts. Not yet. I stacked the Chiefs like every week last season. That passing attack is insane. Tyreek a lock every week. So we like Tyreek Hill. I like Tyreek Hill week 1, of course. I like Pringle too. Those are my 2 Kansas City plays of the week. I'm not touching Kelsey. I don't want to get the top tight end. 80. Look at this huge drop off. Kelsey would have to get me 30 points for this to really feel like it was worth getting that huge salary price for him on week 1. I may throw him in one lineup out of the 40 I do, but I'm not going to do it on the stream. I'm not going to set a lineup with Kelsey. It's just, it's not different, man. I don't need to show you guys that. You guys know Kelsey can get you 30, 35 points. So why do you need to see it in the lineup? Why is that something new? It's not. Everybody knows his value. They were like, I like Pitts. You like Pitts for week 1? My buddy Jake said last night that Pitts is like going to be a highly owned tight end probably for week 1. I agree with him. They let Julio go and Ridley isn't a big target. So is this the right price for Kyle Pitts? So let's say, could Kyle Pitts essentially come within 5 or 10 points of Kelsey? Is that worth it? Is it worth getting Kyle Pitts if he gets you 20 points and Kelsey gets you 25? Is it worth it to have Kyle Pitts? Yeah, yeah, it's worth it. You're getting a 5x play pretty much, 4.5. So yeah, it's worth it. It'll be good because the tight ends usually are drop off, like 2 or 3 guys, and then it's 8 points on down to where nobody had this guy that was 2,500. I love 2,500 tight ends. Like, look at this guy. This guy could catch like 2 goal line touchdowns week 1. Nobody sees it coming. The Sam Darnold to Arnold. The Darnold. Look at how crazy that is, man. The Darnold combo week 1, 2,600. This dude gets you 2 touchdowns. You don't see it coming. 60, maybe not even 40 yards, 2 touchdowns. You're talking 19 points. 19 points on 2,600. You're going to cash. You're going to cash in anything, pretty much, if you got 19 points out of Darren Arnold week 1. That's just how I see it. I love Pitts. I could say all different other letters besides Pitts. I don't know. I'm just rambling. Sorry. So let's see here. I'm not going to put Arnold in this lineup. All right, Eskridge, you got to go, man. I hope you have fun just hanging out in my starting lineup, but I'm not going to put you in for this one. Maybe if I get the itch later on in this stream, I'll do it and we could do it. But you're not going to go in this one. Who is Here's another 3K. I wish you could just sort these by 3K. I want to show you another 3K guy that looks juicy. I love this play. I don't think I'm just going to search for him. No, wait, let me do it like this. Eagles, for the Eagles, the receiver for the Eagles I like. Quez Watkins, man, I heard a lot of big things from this guy in camp. He's been the best receiver that the Eagles had. I'm really believing that this could be a 20-point first week. Like, this could be this guy's value all year long. You know how there's a guy you wish you could have drafted late in your league, and then he's like scooped up off the waiver wire week 1. It could be this guy right here. I'm telling you, man. I think I'm gonna throw him in a lineup here because I may run it back with Kyle Pitts. We may go back to that. I like this run back with 2 receiving options. This could be maybe 6 combined touchdowns for both teams. 20. I don't even know what the over-under is on this. It could be 50 points. You get 50 points out of this game, Watkins could get you 15 points, I see. Hey, that's the whole point of this, man. If you're going to have fun knowing that once you hit that submit button and you go sit and you watch or whatever you do for your Sunday and you're watching the games, however you enjoy it, just the fact that you have a lineup that could just defy all odds and get you that golden ticket, that's what makes it fun. That's why I play this. The fact that I can enter multiple lineups, enjoy doing it, and if I don't even come near it, if I barely cash in like 3 or 4 of them, I'm okay with that. Back to the drawing board. Let's go back and have some fun and talk week 2. See how we can regroup and make it fun and set some lineups that make sense. I'm not just putting Watkins in here because it doesn't make sense. This guy's been highly talked about on the team from a real perspective, not just fantasy. So he can come out and catch 7 balls for 80 yards and a touchdown, and that's amazing value. It really is. You're looking at 15, 21 points. You're getting a 7x right there. That could be a ceiling. 20 points week 1. Don't see it coming, and it came. All right. So let's go to the tight end. Now that I see that, I'm going to roll with Pitts for this stream. I'm going to do Kyle Pitts, a rookie. I got a few rookies in here. That's crazy. But these guys have looked good. Eagles defense have been suspect last year. Did it really get better? I had to have Chris or Taylor come on the stream and tell me about his Eagles. Tell me how they've been. So let's see. Let's find a running back. Eagles have a nice pass rush. Oh, do they? Man, I wish I had a buddy of mine that would really know. Graham and Barnett on the edge. Well, thank you for those little tips there. I don't think I ever had Eagles defense on my radar. We can just look at a defense real quick. I want to look at, did they have any defensive scores? When I pick a defense, it is like if you're playing the Powerball, you're trying to get the Powerball right. That's what picking the defense is. If you get that Powerball right, you get that defense right, it could be 2K and you can get 25 points out of it because they get a crazy shutout and like a touchdown. It's just nuts. I seen a couple 2K defenses or 2,400. I remember the Patriots last year were like 2,400 and got you 30 points. That was just nuts. Let's see that. Yeah, they were 2,400 and they got you 31 points. That's like 12, 13x, man. That's crazy. Flexer, Cox, and Hargrove. Was he that one guy that played for the Hargrave? He was on the Bucks but got traded or released. Was that him? Bucks? Didn't he play for Florida? I don't know who I'm talking about then. Man, I love this new mic I got. Let's see here for a sec. I'm going to just chill for a second before I go back. Just hanging out here in my space, man. I just love I'm just glad that fantasy football is back with football, and we're able to just get back to what we enjoy, man. I wait for it all year. I enjoy what I do in my off time, and I'm sure you guys have too. But now that football season's back, we're going to have some fun on the stream here, man. We could pull up anything. We could talk anything. We're going to set lineups. We're going to look at lineups. I just want to build a little community of people that really enjoy, people that are searching to talk and share ideas and tips. That's what I'd like to see. That's what I'd like to help it grow. And I appreciate all you guys just supporting. You don't have to donate anything. If you just want to comment, subscribe, share. I love it if you share the content. If you have another friend that you're like, oh man, he would love to just talk. Or if you want to jump in and talk, you're more welcome to come on. We could talk fantasy football. We could just chill and hang out. To me, it's easier to do the stream. I love having people come on and talk with me because I like to show that we can build a community of people that really want to have some fun doing this. Like there's an Awesemo, and why can't there be one where we all work together and we're sharing together? Why not? Don't you want to be on that team? Because we can do better than Awesemo over time. Yeah, he's like way out here in outer space. There's no way I'm catching him, and I don't want to. I don't care about that. I just like to see people be successful in what they're doing. If you want to gamble, sure, let's gamble. Let's work together. Let's have some fun. That's what I want to do here with you guys. None of this is serious, but if you want to hang out and get some cool tips and share them and listen and get my bad advice, my good advice, because you're not going to agree with a lot of my viewpoints and the way I see things, and I'm not going to agree with some of the directions you guys may have, but I love to hear it. I love to see the direction that you guys see when you play these tournaments. Man, I used to be a big poker player, and that's the job I do now. I deal it for a living, but I used to love playing poker. I was so into poker. I was reading, studying. I was looking at all the strategies for playing tournament poker. And I played tournament poker for a few years. I won a trip to Vegas. I went and played in a semi-main event. It wasn't the World Series that you see on TV, but I played in a huge tournament out in Vegas 8 years ago. And Keith knows I went with George. I just met you guys, and I was like, I picked George out of random because, well, I take that back. It wasn't out of random. I knew all you guys about the same time, but it was on his birthday, and I was like, man, this would mean a lot to George. And I know I just met him, great guys, but it would mean a lot and that's why he came, and we had a great time in Vegas. I really appreciate that, and I saw that just hanging out and enjoying those times, those good memories that we make in life. That's what's important, man. And that's who I am. That's what I do with the streams. Everyone I see that jumps on, I like to know, like, What's your background? Where are you from? How much do you like to play fantasy football? I don't care to like dive so personal. Just like, hey, come on, man. If you want to hang out and chat, you're more welcome to. You can show your character as well, the way you see it. If you want to just be yourself, man. Got my kitty cat over here saying hello. Yeah, so that's what I love. That's what I'm looking forward to this season. I'm looking forward to just meeting all kinds of new people that want to talk fantasy football. So if you're watching this past the live stream, give me a chance, man. I kind of move slow. That's just who I am. I've been a slow moving person most of my life. I don't know how I made it through the military, but I did it. I, I'm telling you, if you were to talk to me personally, I won't share too much, but I was told by guys and when I was in boot camp that you should probably you should quit, EJ. This is too fast for you. And I pushed through, and I made it through, man. I graduated and I did my time in the Marine Corps. So it was cool, but man, it was tough. So this is how I do the streams. This is how we hang out, man. This is me. We'll jump back on. If I know that people like watching a stream, I'll put more effort into it. I'll put timestamps, go forward, go backwards, whatever you want to do. Yeah, man. So I did a few I did a few videos earlier. I was thinking of the videos I did, the best balls. I love the best balls. Ozzy, if you're still watching, if I haven't like bored you yet, have you done any best ball drafts? Let me know. I can't really see the monitor. It's kind of I'm sitting a little further away. But I'm just thinking, man, those best balls are so unique too. I have a couple huge lineups in the best balls, if you know what I'm talking about. I do a really unique way of setting them. I love to find stacks, but I like to find multiple stacks, like at least get 3 quarterbacks. So in best ball, you draft what almost looks very similar to these weekly lineups, but you draft 8 starting spots, no defense, and then you have 12 bench, and it automatically sets the best points in each position in your starting lineup. You don't have to go and edit it at all. So that's pretty cool. I love how it does that, and I like that that's such a unique thing you can look for when you're setting these or you're making the drafts. And the drafts, I had some killer practice. I did like 25 best ball drafts. It was amazing. I had so much fun doing it. I still may do one more. I got to do one on the stream. I've done 5 so far on the stream. They were a lot of fun. But like some of the lineups I was saying, man, I got like a Aaron Rodgers. I got like a Packers stack. I even got a Patriots stack with Mac Jones. I got him as my 3rd quarterback in a couple. And now that's huge. That is huge. It was like if you got Herbert last year. That's what the Mac Jones play could be like, because he went round 18, 19, and almost all. And I got him in like 3 or 4, not many, out of like 25. But hey, you get him, you get him. I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna go step outside for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna put some music on my buddy's metal if he's still on. So I'm gonna just and then we're gonna get back to making this lineup. This stream may take like 2 hours. My wife's out of town, so we can do a little stream, 2 hours. She don't care. I love her to death, and I love my life, and I'm happy to be here. Oh yeah, man. We got our dog. I love. She's actually with Cassie right now. I got the whole house to myself except our kitties. They're here hanging out. Hey, what's up, man? I don't know if you just came in. I was just doing like I don't know. I was sitting in the back chair just talking kind of about life and my passion and things that I like to do, things with my movement in Draftkings, just how I like to set the lineups and kind of have some fun with it. All these lineups, I want to make them for you guys, for us. In this, if I ever hit a top lineup, I'm gonna give it back to the channel a little bit. I don't want to say what. I don't want to give out too much expectations. Excuse me. But that would be a lot of fun, man. I'd love to hit a 10K, 20K lineup on the stream, like 240 points. That would be awesome. You just got in from a run. I did a run today too, man. I ran 4 miles. I used to run all the time. If you ever want to talk running, I used to be a big runner. It's on my, I have some videos on my main channel where I do my yoga. That's a whole nother story, man. I got hit by a car 3 years ago and I broke my leg. I was running. I was training for a marathon. That's a real thing, man. That happened 3 years ago. So be careful running. I was crossing an intersection. I thought I cleared the last lane and I just didn't see him. I got hit, man. I'm really lucky to be alive. After that, I found yoga. Started doing a lot of yoga. I can show my video. It's on my main page. You know what? Let's do that. This isn't all about fantasy football. This is mostly fantasy football. Now, you know what? I'll let it be. If you guys want to go see it, you can go check out my channel here. We're going to talk fantasy football, man. If you're on, Spencer, I'm building this one lineup. I just want to show it to you guys. That's all. You think I'm not in this to try and... All right, let's see here. So this is my other channel here, man. You're a yoga guy. I do yoga and I make funny videos. That's how I got into YouTube. That was my passion. My passion still is I make a lot of cool edit videos. I love editing. That's where I'm more better at than fantasy football. This is just fun. This is my live stream of me just hanging out. I could live stream and do yoga. I've done a few of them, but that's why we're doing the fantasy football. I love to live stream. I love to meet people. So there's my channel if you want to go check it out. You're a yoga guy. And yeah. All right, let's go back, man. All right, I'm doing a Mac Jones lineup right here, Spencer. And I wanted to do this with Watkins and Pitts. I was thinking about these two. I got all these cheap options with Mac Jones, Myers. I got Watkins. I like Watkins. I was just hyping him up. I'm believing it. If he doesn't do it week 1, I still like Watkins for the majority of the season until everybody else gets on the train. I don't think people are on the Watkins train. So if he gets going, then everybody's going to be on him. He's going to be a big chalk play. So I like to find that guy that people really aren't talking about too much. You know what? I want to set this lineup, then I'm going to take a break. So let's finish this lineup. If I really wanted to, I could just plug in 5 guys and hit submit, but that's not how we like to do it, man. So I like this so far. 4,400 quarterback, cheap receiver, super cheap 3K receiver, and Pitts. Pitts is probably my chalk play, but if he can almost get you Kelsey week 1, you don't trust the Eagles offense at all. Yeah, but I don't trust the Atlanta defense. They look suspect most of the season. Most of last season. You think they really got better? Aren't they near that? Yeah, they're like 2K. This is good to look at this. This is where I say we may not trust the Eagles offense, but the Falcons defense is not 2K for no reason. They're 2K for a reason. They weren't that good. So we got to look at that at least. That plays in. So what if the Falcons have a good, they scored 3 touchdowns on offense? We're going to go back and be like, oh, well, duh, Falcons defense was 2K. So how come we didn't just put those pieces of the puzzle together? That's where I see that. They were cheap all last year. They weren't that good of a defense. They're giving up all this total yards, passing yards. Look at all those passing yards they're giving up. One week, it was under 200. So while Eagles offense may not be that good, in a dome, I'm going to not be upset with playing 1 or 2 Eagle players. I don't think I'm going Devontae Smith this week. I'm just going to stay away from that. There's nobody else. I mean, Dallas Goedert, I'm not. So I like this play for 3K. Nobody's talking about Watkins. That's where I think we should go if we're going any Eagles offensive players. So let's see. I want to go to running back now. Wow, EJ, we're an hour and 10 minutes into it, and you're just now sitting your first running back. Yes, sir. For 3K, you don't need much from him to pay off at least. No, not at all. But how many times do you see a 3K guy get 30 points? I've seen it like 10 times last year. A 3K receiver got 30 points. I picked a guy in week 17, Isaiah McKenzie, for the Bills. He scored like 29 points. And I was like, you got to go Isaiah McKenzie this week for this reason. Diggs wasn't playing, I don't think, and there's a few guys that were out, and this guy was going to get his chance to shine. So he looked good, man. So I love finding those guys like Isaiah McKenzie. What was Justin? You know what? I want to look up what Justin Jefferson was one of the first weeks that he blew up. I know he was like 3K, I swear. No, he wasn't. He was 4,200. That was the first week. So 4,200, and he got you 33 points. I could pull up a calculator to get the exact odds on that one, but we're looking at 8x. That's an 8x play, man. That's huge. Dalvin is going to run all over the Bengals D. You think so? I mean, I would play Dalvin Cook here in this lineup. I got a 4K. I got really cheap everywhere, so we could go Dalvin Cook. I would do it. Let's put Dalvin Cook in this lineup. I can go another stud running back. Like, I can put Derrick Henry, Kamara. Is Henry... I'm only putting Henry in week 1 if he's getting me 100 yards. Are we like... Is it a lock that Henry's going to get you 100 yards? Because I know when he gets 100 yards, that means he at least gets 1 touchdown. So if I could get this week 15, 140 yards, I mean, that'd be great. A rushing touchdown. Will he catch the ball a little bit more this year? Are we going to see a change in Derrick Henry? A little bit? Like, what did he catch? How many receptions did he catch last year? I don't even know where I can see that stat, but not that many. Looks like he caught maybe less than 20. But will he catch 40 passes this year? Will it be a little different? He's a fade for you? I don't blame you. Oh, yeah, they were good last year, and they got J.J. Watt. That's the only way I could say that guy's name. J.J. Watt. Yeah, his backup's on IR. I wouldn't count on many catches. But that's everything you're saying is standard. That's what we've seen at Henry all last year. Yeah, he mostly just ran the ball. He was like a bowling ball down there. he's a beast, man. You want to know what I call Derrick Henry? And I doubt I'm the first person to say this, but I call him turd mode. Derrick Henry is turd mode. I call him turd mode. You know how we used to have beast mode? We got turd mode. Derrick Henry is turd mode. Have you ever seen that? His braid? That's why I call him turd mode. The only reason I mentioned turd mode is because I said it a few times watching a game, and I got my wife saying it. My wife, Cassie's like, look, turd mode's running the ball. And I'm like, yes. She uses turd mode. That's cool. It's great to just have those kind of memories. That's fun, man. So let's see here. Should we go another running back? Aaron Jones. I think Aaron Jones is priced pretty low here for week 1. And you guys know I'm a diehard Packers fan. I can feel like I can be more professional with my advice with Packer players than amateur, if that makes any sense. Almost everything else I'm an amateur at, but when we want to talk Packer football, I know my Packer football. I read up on them. I watch the press conferences on YouTube. I listen to these guys. I know my Packer players. But if you say a few guys, I may not know. You like Aaron Jones week 1? Oh man, you can't not love Aaron Jones any week, man. Especially with the way this offense is. There's always, with the Packers offense, there's always a chance of a guy that just is like a big boulder just running down the mountain. Like, oh, there's a Packer. He's always one of the big boulders running down the mountain. And what that means is they're always going to have a dude from that game just go bananas. Like it could be Marquez Valdez-Scantling. It could be Adams, or it could be Jones. There's a few teams that have that every week. I mean, the Titans have that with that 3 combo with Henry, Jones, and A.J. Brown. But I like that the Packers are right up there, man. Jones could be the guy that gets 40 points this week, or it could be Adams. That's what I look at with these. Like week 2, I didn't even have him when he did that. I wish I would have. That was just the stone cold nuts right there. 48 points on a 7K value. You're getting a 7X on a running back spot. That's just nuts. You're not supposed to get a 7X from a running back spot. You're not. And if you do, you better hope you have them, because that's the only way you're going to win. Big money. All right, let's put some music back in here. Yeah, we're still on. So do you like Aaron Jones week 1? Here's the thing. Let's look at the Packer running backs. I'm going to break this down for you guys if you're over here watching and supporting. So the Packers running backs. If you guys been following, these are the top 3 running backs on the depth chart. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, Kylan Hill. So we know Aaron Jones' value last year was probably, 70% snaps and 70% snap share, and I'd say Jamal Williams had about 30. If Keith's on, he's a Packer expert too. Keith was on earlier in the stream. Yeah, Keith, if you ever want to jump on, we could talk Packers every week, man, because there's people that are going to want to be like, yo, what do you think of a Packer player? So, hey, if you want to come hang out and talk fantasy football, I can help you, guide you into some good Packer plays for the week. That's what I really like. So looking at A.J. Dillon for 4K and Kylan Hill for 4K, you can't play any of these guys week 1. I love A.J. Dillon. He's like going to be the Latavius Murray. This is how you should see this team. This is basically Aaron Jones is Alvin Kamara. Does that make sense? Aaron Jones is Alvin Kamara, and A.J. Dillon is Latavius Murray last year. I don't know what Latavius Murray is going to be this year, because they like that guy, Tony Jones Jr. I had a couple guys in a stream last night tell me about him. I heard about him, that he was having a good preseason, but I didn't know that he's going to possibly overtake the backup role behind Kamara. I didn't see that. So I don't know what to even think of that if you're looking at the Saints for this game. This should be a high-scoring game played at Jacksonville. The only problem with Jacksonville is that it's so hot. I live in Florida. I went to a Packers-Jags game 5 years ago. Yeah, back when they played the Jags for week 1. I was there at that game. So they're playing in Jacksonville, Florida, guys. The Packers and Saints. It's going to be hot. And it's not comfortable. I don't know what that means for these professional athletes, but it was like 100 degrees out there on the field or higher. So I don't know what that means for this game. You could look at the over and under, but it's going to be so hot at this game unless it rains, which it rains almost every day in Florida here. You think the Heat fix the bigger guys on the D-line? Is that a thing? So the running could be a good player. Offensive guys will be fine. So who's the better offensive matchup? The Packers or the Saints? I mean, it's obvious there, without me being biased, that we're throwing Jameis Winston. He's getting his first start. He's still on a hot seat. Like, it's not like Winston won the job for the whole year. If he starts effing up, if he throws 2 picks here, everyone's going to be talking about Taysom Hill needs to come in week 2. I'm telling you, that's the topic that everyone's going to be saying on all these other shows that I don't watch. But that's just what I think. So he's on a short leash, man. So he's got to perform well, and he may not. Packers will roll the Saints in week 1. I love that. Thank you for those good wishes. I hope so. Sorry, Jamie. I got a couple Saints fans that I'm close with. My thoughts and prayers go out to the whole Louisiana area, man. I hope you guys have a good recovery. So let's do that. Let's put Aaron Jones in this lineup. So we got 5,700 left to spend. We can get almost any starting receiver. I usually like to go 2 receivers here. You can find a flex tight end. I don't like going 3 running backs. I've never been a 3 running back. It's rare that maybe your top 5 running back, receiver, tight end is 3 running backs. We're going to look at that too at the end of each week. We're going to look at the top fantasy outputs and see what Saints 35, Packers 0. All right, so that means, Jake, you just effed up, man. So that means, let's look at this real quick. Baker Mayfield is going to throw 4 touchdowns, and Nick Chubb's going to run 2, and we're going to see the Chiefs lose 50-0. Now, that would be my counter back to you. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Browns are going to get blown out by the Chiefs. Let's go back to this. So we're going to go with Aaron Jones, running back. What should we do for a receiver? Do we need I'm not feeling the Saints offense for week 1. I think they could struggle. And if the Packers get a lead and you have to have Winston do what Winston does, there could be some interceptions. Their top receiver is Marquise Callaway. So you're telling me this dude's lining up against Jair Alexander week 1? Wouldn't that be how that works, Ozzy? These guys will line up. He's the number 1. I don't know. Their receiving options are a huge drop-off after Michael Thomas. No, I was trolling back. I was just BSing. No, I love it. I'm waiting for the trolls to come. They haven't showed up yet. the guys that have these normal names like Michael Bourne. I remember that guy floating around the stream. Oh, you suck. You suck. You don't know what you're doing. I really don't. I don't think any of us do. We're just hanging out and chilling, man. So I'm not going to do a run back. I don't see. Yeah, you can get Callaway for 3,400, but what if he really struggles week one? I see this guy struggling the first week. I see him catching like 3 balls for 40 yards and no touchdowns. So 7 points. That's not going to cut it. And I don't even know what their tight end, Adam Troutman. Who the F is this guy? What did he do? He's been a $2,500 tight end all last year, and he's going to be the starting tight end. I see people talking about this dude. What has he done? Expected to win. Oh, he's not even going to play this week one. He's expected to miss 1 to 2 weeks, 3 weeks. What could be a different timeline? So who is their starting tight end? I just want to see. I'd like to investigate now. Nick Manette. Wasn't he a Seahawk? He's gonna miss time too. So they have like no tight end. They have no tight end that has ran routes and caught a lot of passes in the NFL. The Saints have no tight end starting week one that is a veteran. You think I trust Jawan Johnson? Oh, good point. Let's look at that. So he's gonna be the tight end. But man, this is great for just knowing what it looks like for week one for some of these teams. Yeah, I may even look at the Packers defense, honestly. But when it's hot, I've seen a lot of points scored in these type of games. So I'm not going to do any Saints here. So let's look at receiver. So we can go almost any receiver. We can do Tyreek Hill, man. Let's see what Hill looks like. Wouldn't that be nice? You got to have one stud receiver. I don't have to go Adams if I'm doing Jones. I may do Tyreek Hill. And I might not even do a run back with the Dolphins. I don't really like any Dolphins. I like a few, but I don't have to do it with this lineup. I'm seeing this lineup in a different way. I can get a great flex. So I'm gonna put Hill in here. Let's look at our defense. Let's try and pick a defense we haven't picked yet. Let's see if we can find one that could get us 15 points. Where can we find a 15-point defense? Because I see some streams where they're like, oh, just pick any defense. It doesn't matter. It does matter, man. Because you want to find that defense that gets you 15, find that 6, 7x defense. 15 points from a defense is huge. Huge, huge, huge. So what defense? I remember Jake was saying that he was thinking about the Broncos D and the Seahawks D. Broncos D were always good the past few years. Did they get a new defensive coordinator? Or are they like, is that D going to be reborn again? Is 3,300 a good price to go? Is that really a great play right there? Because Jones really sucks. And then Barkley may not play that much. Where's that game at? Yeah, that's why I'm thinking of Broncos D. I'm liking that play right now. I'm gonna go Broncos D. So Saquon Barkley, what is he gonna play? Like, he's the breakout. He's the star on the team. If he plays and he's healthy, we all know that. But what else does the Giants have? Jones has looked like trash, man. He did not look good last year. I drafted this guy in a couple best balls. Oh, he looked horrible, man. Sorry, George. I don't think Daniel Jones is a good quarterback, and I think we may agree on that a little bit. So Denver defense may be back. I like Denver defense. Let's plug them in. So look at the receivers. Galladay may not play. So he's banged up. Barkley's banged up. Shepard and Slayton, they weren't that great. Slayton was supposed to have a bigger year. Wasn't he? Isn't he a third-year player now? So, yeah, last year was his sophomore year in the NFL. Yeah, he wasn't that good last year. I'm going Broncos D. And let's find a flex. 5,700 flex. So first rule when we're looking for this final spot, I don't just look to plug it in, man. I'm not just going to be like, oh, 5,700, who is it? Put him in. Robbie Anderson? All right. That's what we're doing. I mean, I could do Deontay Johnson. I don't really that's David Johnson. Sorry. Whew. I just looked at D Johnson. I didn't even look at who it was. So it's David Johnson. I don't like that play. Jags D was horrible last year. I remember looking at that where Derrick Henry, who was it? No, it was Jonathan Taylor got 40 points, 250 yards against the Jags D in week 16. So is David Johnson, what's he going to do? If we had to talk about him a little bit. Look at that, the way he ended the season. Nobody was going there. He was great value. I wish I didn't draft him that much. I was not on him last year, so that's me being honest. I think a lot of us were not on David Johnson last year. He had a good year. He exceeded expectations. A little tongue twister. So I'm taking David Johnson out. I'm not putting him in there. I don't like any Pittsburgh receivers for week 1 against the Bills. Bills are going to try and make a statement, man. And the Steelers look like they were going downhill. Big Ben looks like he's done, man. I see the Steelers getting only 13 points in this week 1. I don't see them getting much. I see the Bills blowing them out by 20 points. So I don't like any Steeler receivers unless it's garbage time. I can see Claypool getting some garbage time points for that purpose alone. Could be the way I see it. But I'm just trying to project the game a little bit, and that's, I don't know. Let's look at some other options. I like Mike Williams, but not against the Washington football team's defense. Not for week 1. He's like that dude that can get, yeah. He's priced a little too high. I think he should be at 4,700, 4,600. This dude's way too high. So I'm not touching him on the road against the Washington football team. Brandon Cooks. Out of all these, I'm scrolling down. I don't like Mike Davis. Every week I'm going to pull this up and be like, I don't like Mike Davis. I don't like Mike Davis. I'll never like Mike Davis. This may be my, I can't believe you're so, this could be the David Johnson play that the way I see it. Like, I was never on David Johnson, and he had a few good games. Maybe Mike Davis has a few good games, but I'm not on him, man. I think this dude is not that good. He did good in that system, and Carolina has a lot of plays. They run some really good running back packages with McCaffrey. And McCaffrey's just a stud player, but I think he did better because he was in that system. Once again, guys, this is Breathing Fantasy Football. Literally, we're just here chilling, hanging on the stream. I'm about to take a break and set this last pick. Let's see here. Where can we go? Do we need to make a deep reach like this? I love Corey Davis, man. I think he could have a huge first week for this price. You had someone get upset with you for telling him Mike Davis is so we're on the same page with Mike Davis. That's good. I'm with you, man. I'm not on no Mike Davis train at all. I think he's going to get a huge workload. He could be a good play because of the workload. They may just wear him down because Atlanta doesn't really have anyone else back there. They signed Wayne Gallman this week, right? I don't know what to make of that. Gallman, we know Gallman's value. He's basically the same thing as Mike Davis. He could have some good games, but I would never trust him. That's what I feel about Mike Davis. I don't trust him at all. I don't want to play him for, where is he at? 5,400. That's like this Damian Harris play. It's 5,200, but I don't see him getting 25 points. I don't see that. I see it being passing. Told him he had the worst take ever calling Davis and Melvin Gordon top 12 running backs. I mean, really? I mean, Melvin Gordon was like a top running back like one season with the Chargers. Maybe two, but it wasn't that good early on. Didn't he struggle as a rookie? I think Melvin Gordon, like, if I remember correctly, he didn't get a touchdown his whole rookie career or his whole rookie season. I mean, I don't think Melvin Gordon got a rushing touchdown his rookie season. I could be wrong, but I feel like he had a bad rookie season, and I don't know why that guy thought he was good. I don't even know what to make. That's a good one to look at. I don't know what to think of the Broncos. Can I go there with the Broncos D? We're going Broncos D. So Melvin Gordon, I can get 5,300. But would he be the right play here? Is he gonna get a lot of snaps over what's his name? Where's he at? The other running back. Yeah, I can't find him. Javonte Williams. Wonder what he's gonna be like. Not gonna play him in this lineup. So let's see here. I want to stick with what I got here. You think Javonte's is he gonna see more of a workload week one than Melvin Gordon? Or will it be almost 50% share? Let's look at some other options. Man, I can almost get Antonio Gibson. Almost. I can see J.D. McKissick getting a lot of snaps here. If this is a passing where they get the lead, I see them putting packages with McKissick. This is a game to play McKissick, I believe. That's why he's a little cheap here. But I don't like McKissick. If you're a person that likes to play those running backs that catches a lot of balls, then McKissick could be your guy. Let's see what his price is. 5,100. Dang, I could even play him here. So let's put this in here just to show you guys. This is a unique lineup. Want to know why it's unique? I got $600 remaining left over. That's what makes it unique for number one. And two, I got 3 running backs. As my third one being McKissick. What if he gets you 24 points? What if that could be the way this game goes? I feel like I should have a Chargers receiver in here if I'm going to go this direction. But I'm just showing you how this can make sense. I may not do McKissick, but this is a unique lineup. This is what we're looking for if we're entering these deep GPP tournaments. You want to find lineups like this. I feel I have a lot of confidence in this lineup. This is a lineup that could get 220 points, or it can get me 120. That's what these lineups do, man. So if we didn't go McKissick, what other option could we do? I like McKissick actually here. I wouldn't touch either Denver running backs. No, I'm not touching them, man. Solid lineup. Yeah, thanks, brother. You see that Tyreek Hill? Of course it's solid, man. Yeah, I had McKissick in here. I like McKissick, actually. I really do. But do I need to play him? I could go Parker here. This would make more sense. You guys may not like Parker here. How did he do last year? Was he hurt? Did he even play? Week 1 he played. He had 4 catches. So dang, they played week 1. This is the same matchup as week 1 of last year. So they lost 11-21 with Fitzpatrick, right? Yeah. Parker's a great play for this lineup. This could be a different story to start out the season. Let's see, where's he at? Where do we have Parker at? 5,500. Yeah, right here. Let's plug him in. Hawkinson. Oh, here comes Jake with the double tight end. Of course, man. $4,900. Now that's crazy. But Parker makes more sense in this lineup. I may do Hawkinson in another lineup. But won't the 49ers just basically blanket this guy since he's the only receiving option on the Lions? The 49ers had like the best defense 2 years ago, and they just had a lot of injuries last year. Now their defense is back healthy. A lot of people seen the 49ers defense as like a top 5 defense to start the season last year. I remember talking about that, and then they just fell apart. But I think they're all healthy. Most of them are all back, right? Am I wrong? I don't know. I can't play Hawkinson week 1. Can't do it. Hey, Spence, we can, man. Hey, let me know if you ever want to do one. We could do one whenever. If we want to do one, I can set this lineup and end this stream, and we could do another video. Because it'd be cool to do a different video, and then we could set it up. If you want to do one tonight, or if you want to do one before the season starts sometime, we could do another stream. You let me know what you want to do, or however you feel. I'll also let you know how I'm feeling with this stream. But yeah, if we want to do a best ball, I'm going to do a separate video. Trying to make it kind of make sense. Just talk week 1 in this video. But I love me and Jake that you see in here. Me and Jake, we did a couple best ball drafts together. All right, man. Do you want to Tell me, how can I add you as a friend? Can you add friends here on the Draftkings? I'm not sure. Let me enter this lineup. I like this lineup. It's a lock. We're rolling with this lineup. So here we go. To end it, we're gonna end the stream in a few minutes, and we're gonna pop open a new stream with best ball. I got a lineup for you guys: Mac Jones, Myers, running it back with Parker. I wasn't gonna run it back, but I couldn't pass it up here. If these guys, if this is a big combination, it could work. With Cook and Aaron Jones, 2 stud running backs. Tyreek, I even got Tyreek Hill in this lineup with Watkins, Kyle Pitts. He's that unknown Kelsey value that you could see week 1. And then I got Broncos D, who is going against a horrible Giants offense. I like this lineup. Is it going to get me 200 points? Probably not, but it has the potential. Yeah, we just had to enter at the same time. Are there still any $3 ones? I know there's a oh, I'm all maxed out, bud. I can't do any $3 ones. I think, what are they, the 20 max? Yeah, I can't do any 3. I can do a $6 one. We can do a 6 if you want. I've maxed out the $3 one. I did 20 slow drafts. It was the crazy. I'll never do it again, man. Being married, not checking my phone as much. I try not to check it. I'm very disciplined once I get off the stream. So having to do the slow drafts, oh, they sucked. I'd have to always check because I didn't want to make a mistake. I would have like 8 picks come in overnight. I'm like, fuck, I got 2 hours left on the clock or 30 minutes. This sucks. Yeah, let's do the 6. I done a $6 entry. Fuck yeah, let's load it up here, and then I'm gonna end this stream and we'll pop open a new one. Just give me a second. Give me like 20 minutes. What is it? 12:06. So 12:30 ish. I'll try and get it back open sooner. I gotta take a little break. And yeah, we'll do that. All right, guys. If y'all want to jump back on in a little bit, we'll do this $3 one. Thank you guys for joining this stream for the week 1. If you see it later on, I really enjoyed this stream. We're going to do a best ball, so join us on the next video that you'll see. We're going to do a best ball draft, me and Spencer. We'll have Jake in the background helping out too. I love doing drafts. They're a lot of fun. These best balls, I've had a blast doing them so far, so let's do it, man. Thank you, guys. Let's breathe in, enjoy life, and breathe out. Namaste. See ya.